Well, Aitor, good to get back to winning ways in the League Cup. I suppose you could have done without extra time, but after the disappointment of Bristol City, good to get back to a win.
Yes, for me it was a very important win on Tuesday, because everybody could think that it was going to be a easy game, but again, the cup is always difficult. Bolton is a good team. I said before the game that they had a very good team. They are organized. It's not a coincidence that they won 3 games in 4 in their league. So I said that it was going to be difficult. The game started more difficult because we considered a goal. Again, it's more difficult to equalize and then to score the second one. We had a lot of chances, and the team always was fighting on the pitch, always was believing, and this is the main thing, especially after our defeat on Saturday.
Obviously you didn't want to have a league defeat so early in the season. There were 1 or 2 last August, but how important therefore is the game at Sheffield Wednesday?
Sorry?
How important, after the disappointment of an early defeat in the league, how important is the game at Sheffield Wednesday?
It's very important. It's another game. We can't lose more games, but again, if we lose another game, we have another 9 months. I said always that this league is a marathon. Last season we finished this first month with 6 points, and we were close to get promotion directly, and we played the final in Wembley, so we can't be panic, because again, we are in August. We have a very good squad again. I have a very good player, so we are going to play against Sheffield thinking that we want to win, and we have to win, but again, it's another 3 points.
Obviously it's a very long season, as we know, and you have to kind of make sure that players are always fit and ready to go, and you have a tendency obviously to rotate your squad. You've got competition for places. I suppose if it works and you win, then it's the right decision, and if it doesn't work and you lose, it's the wrong decision in the eyes of the fans. But I suppose you feel it's such a long season, you have to rotate the squad.
Look, I've been a manager for 20 months, and it's the things that they did since I started my career. And last season, I think was good, because in Spain we say the marks at the school, you take your marks in May, in this case, or in May. So in last 20 months, I think the rotations worked for the team, because again, last season we played the final and we were close to get promotion directly. So for the reason, I don't think I have to change my way of put the players on the pitch.
Do you have a best starting 11 in your mind, or are there some players that are so evenly matched it's very hard to separate them in terms of quality in the squad?
Always I have the best 11, and the best 11 who I have in my head is the first 11 I put on the pitch, because again, the people have their first 11, but they don't know how they are training, how they are in terms of injuries or some pains or some. It's difficult for everybody to understand a lot of things, but I have to manage all of things. Or sometimes one player is not confident, or I can feel him not confident on the pitch in the training ground. So for this one, I have to try to choose always the first 11, the best 11.
It's good to have a strong squad with competition for places. I suppose you'll always get disappointed players. Can you tell us anything about the reported disagreement with Albert Adoma? A heated disagreement last weekend?
I don't think it's any disagreement, because the players know that they are unhappy when they are on the bench, because I used to be a player and I wasn't happy when I was on the bench, but they know that the following week they can be playing. So I had examples of players. For example, I remember now Adam Rich was on the stand, even in the bench. He was on the stand last Saturday, and he played as in the first 11 last Tuesday. So for the reason, for me, it's not the kind of manager that there is always one step. If you are on the bench, the following games you are going to play. or no, you can be on the game one day and you can be on the stand the following day, and you can be on the stand and you can be on the pitch the following day. So I have to be fair with all of my players.
You'll obviously be aware that with the transfer window about to close, there will be speculation about players coming and going. I mean, are you confident that Albert Adoma will still be a Middlesbrough player after the transfer window closes?
Of course, I can't consider everything because the numbers are there. If he's playing with me 82 games in 20 months. He was the captain 10 days ago in Oldham. I said I don't know how many times that he is a leader in this team. He said after the game against Oldham that he was very proud of being the captain in that game. So for the reason, I can't think why not.
Are you happy with your squad? Are you still looking as the transfer deadline approaches? Would you still like to bring more in?
Yeah, I said always the same. We are working, but again, I'm really pleased with the squad because again, I think we've improved our squad from last season. Maybe someone can think that we have more quality, but this season I think we have more experience, play with more experience. So for the reason I'm happy. But again, if someone is coming these days, it's not a surprise.
You have brought a few new players in, and how long does it take yourself and the coaches and the new players to get used to each other, to see who works well with what other players, and to get your combinations right when you bring new people in?
It's difficult, especially when you have time to train on the training ground, because sometimes, and it was difficult for me to understand after a game on Saturday, after a game on against Preston, or it's difficult to understand when you have all those players on the pitch. A lot of them are very high quality players, but sometimes it's true that we didn't have time to train on the pitch because we have games on Saturday, on Tuesday or Saturday. We played with the game on Saturday. We are going to play 7 games in 20 days, so it's difficult to train, and sometimes we are feeling now that it's not about the players on the pitch. Sometimes you need work, and now, for example, we have again amazing players, but for example on Saturday didn't work. So for the reason we have to try to win the game on Saturday, and after we have 2 weeks to fix everything here on the pitch.
And what about your opponents? What do you expect from them when you go there on Saturday?
Well, again, difficult game. They are in the same position like us. I know the manager is from Portugal. It's an organized team. We couldn't beat them last season in away or at home, so they want to win the game. They're playing at home, but again, we have to think about ourselves, and we have to go to Sheffield thinking that we have to win the game.